Hi guys, welcome to activity 2.10. We're on page 129. We do have to back up and go to the second half of unit 2 and preview the embedded assessment. So at the top, please number your learning targets, number 1 and number 2. Think about how this applies to your final embedded assessment that you'll be typing. The first learning target says reflect on learning and make connections to new learning. Second, analyze and identify the skills and knowledge necessary for success in the embedded assessment. During today's lesson, you'll be doing a QHT chart in your composition notebook. Please get that out now. You will be doing close reading, where you'll be marking the text using your metacognitive markers, which are taped onto your desk. You'll be paraphrasing in your own words and filling out a graphic organizer. Please look at making connections in your book. It says, it can be said that writers of fiction, especially dystopian novels, are trying to make a point or criticize some aspect of society. In this part of the unit, you will think about how you can have an impact on a social issue by creating a well-reasoned argument about an issue of importance to you. So you're going to be writing on a topic that's important to you. Make sure that you're passionate about it. Don't just pick one. Make sure that you have something invested in it. You actually care about it. And you are going to try to write a well-reasoned argumentative paper. So that's what we're typing at the end. Now we're going to answer essential question number 1. It says, reflect on your understanding of the first essential question on page 92. This was the question. To what extent can a perfect society exist? Now that we went through the first half of unit 2, what do you believe to be true for this question? To what extent can a perfect society exist? Now that we went through the first half and we finished the giver. Please answer this now. I'll pause the video. Okay, number 2. How has your understanding of the concept of utopia changed over the course of the unit? Before we started unit 2, what did you think a utopia was? And now, how has it changed over the course of the unit? I'll pause the video now. Number 3, how would you change your original response to the second essential question 2 on page 92? What makes an argument effective? So what makes it effective? What do you have to do if you're arguing something? I'll pause it now. Okay, number 4, resort the academic and literary vocabulary using the QHT strategy. So please, in your notebook, sort under Q, H, and T, compare and contrast, dystopia, utopia, and antagonist. So you only have 4 words, but what would you put it under? On your chart, you need to type a 3, or you need to write a 3, a Q. So those are words that you question. Okay. So maybe you're still questioning what an antagonist is. I hope not, but H. Heard it. You've heard it before, but you're not quite sure. And then T, you could teach it. I hope that you guys know these at this point. We've talked and talked and talked about them, but please place it in your notebook under Q, H, and T. So compare and contrast. Where would you put that under QHT? Dystopia, utopia, and antagonist. Please place them now. I'll pause the video. Okay, next, number 8 says compare this sort with your original sort at the beginning of the unit. How has your understanding changed? Hopefully these words went from the Q section to the T section, I hope. Please answer number 8 now. I'll pause the video. Okay. That was number 5. Number 6, select a word from the above chart and write a concise statement about your learning. How has your understanding changed over the course of this unit? So how has your understanding changed on one of these words over the course of this unit, whether it's dystopia, utopia, compare and contrast, or antagonist? Please write that now for number 6. Alright. Now we're going to move on to unpacking the embedded assessment. Closely read Embedded Assessment 2 assignment. It's found on page 152. The assignment is write an argumentative essay in which you convince an audience to support your claim about a debatable idea. Use your research and experience or observations to support your argument. You are going to unpack on your unpacking sheet, so I'm going to pass that out now. At the top of the unpacking sheet, you are going to paraphrase what is in this blue box. So that's what you're putting in the very top box of the unpacking sheet. Then you're going to paraphrase the other sections that are on the rubric. So let me go to the rubric really quick. Okay, so here's the assignment. It says write an argumentative essay in which you convince an audience to support your claim about a debatable idea. Use your research and experience or observations to support your argument. Please put that in your own words at the top. Then, if you look at page 158, you have your scoring guide or your rubric. You want to focus on the exemplary column. This is how you get an A. Proficient, a B. Emerging, a C or a D. Incomplete is an F. Please label that now. So A, B, C, D, and F. So I would like you to paraphrase the exemplary column because that's what we're all aiming for. You are going to paraphrase under ideas 4 bullets. Under structure you have 4 bullets. Use of language you have 3 bullets. You're going to paraphrase this now on your unpacking sheet. It is 30 points. I'm going to pause the video now. You have 10 minutes. Ready, set, go. Okay, now that we are done unpacking the embedded assessment, I will check that next time. It's 30 points. Make sure you know what's on that because I really am going to measure this time how much your writing is growing. Number 7, please look at number 7. Now we are back on page 130, but number 7 says, based on your current understanding, how are expository and argumentative writing similar? How are they different? Please write similarities and differences here. I'll pause it now. All right. So the next thing I want you to do is you are going to take out a piece of paper, just a lined piece of paper in your composition notebook, and you are going to, I'm not going to give you any further direction, I just want to see where you are. You are going to start writing the embedded assessment for embedded assessment number 2. So the argumentative writing piece, you're just going to get out a piece of paper. It says write an argumentative essay in which you convince an audience to support your claim about a debatable idea. Use your research and experience or observations to support your argument. So I'm not going to give you any further instruction than that. I just want to see where you're at if I were to give you that assignment today. So you have to pick your own topic that you want to argue on and start writing your essay. It needs to be at least 3 paragraphs on a lined piece of paper. Ready, set, go.